Okay, so what we're going to talk about in this video is just the vocabulary for chapter 7.1. So we have three terms. We have a variable, an algebraic expression, and terms. So a variable is a letter that represents an unknown quantity. Now, this is, as you'll see, the point in mathematics where a lot of people say that mathematics was easy to me until letters got involved. And I feel like that's a cop-out, but a lot of people feel that way, and I understand why. It's because we've been working with numbers for so long, and then you throw in some letters, you're like, oh, I'm supposed to find an unknown value. But hopefully what we'll find out is that regardless of finding that unknown value and whether or not it's a letter instead of a number, it works the same way, and we'll have to play with that. But for now, understand that it's an unknown quantity, and it literally can be anything. The word variable means if something is variable, it's changing, it's up in the air. And so even though we might write X or Y or Z multiple times, it will mean something different in every equation, in every circumstance. So a letter that represents an unknown quantity is a variable. An algebraic expression is an expression that contains at least one variable. There's an I there. And no equal sign. Now, when we do have an equal sign, we call that an algebraic equation, which we're not there right now. All we're doing is writing an expression. So an expression that contains at least one variable and no equal sign. And then a term, and I'll show you an example of all these, is the part of an algebraic expression. So the terms are parts of an algebraic expression. So let's show you an example of each. Example of a variable. An expression of variable is given 2x plus 1. X is the variable. Say we were given y over 2 minus 7. Well, now y is the variable. And we could go on and on and on. Technically, any letter you could think of can be a variable, given this context. And in fact, in this context, this and this, those are algebraic expressions, where you have at least one variable and no equal sign. The terms, well, the term in our first expression is we have 2x as one term, and we have 1 as a second term. In our second expression here, y over 2 is one term, and negative 7 is the other terms. And we're going to be coming back to this often, but this is basically the vocabulary for chapter 7.1.